I'll never forget the first time I met him. I remember looking him up and down and thinking, wow, they look good together. But also, wow, you're my new enemy. I looked him right in the eyes and said, hurt my sister, and I'm gonna hurt you. It probably wasn't very scary then, coming from my little 8-year-old self, but I mean it, and I still do. Anthony, you're the perfect guy for my sister. The man who I knew from day one stole her heart, and I just wanted you to know that no matter how much I may joke around, I approve and I love you.
Come and dine at the table. There is room for you and your song. You can be full. Come you weary and hateful. There is rest and simple joy. So let love sustain our bodies. Let love bring hope where there is none. Let love sustain our bodies. Let love bring hope where there is none. Ooh.
We met in high school. We went to the same high school and we both played basketball. And we kind of just had some mutual friends, and the basketball teams, we rode on the bus together to go to our different games, and we just kind of started talking. And then our junior year in high school is when we started talking the most.
We officially started dating on December 16th, 2006, and the reason I remember is we had a school dance. It was like a winter formal. They did a slow dance to end off the night, and I was just like, asked her if she wanted to, go out, be my girlfriend, whatever. She said yes, and that's all they wrote.
And like a symphony together, we lift our voices and become one heart and one mind.
We had only been dating not that long, actually, probably 6 months or so. At the time, we're only 16. I feel like we had been through a lot when really not so much, but you think that when you're 16. I just told her I loved her, and she said it back. And ever since that point, we had never broken up or taken any breaks or anything like that.
I think it was our 5th anniversary. And he took me to a dinner, and he gave me my promise ring. So that was when I knew things were kind of more serious, and that we had been together for a while already. And this was before we had moved to Chicago together.
We lived in Chicago for a year. It was the first time we moved away.
I took a picture of them both in the U-Haul before they were going to take this long trip. And I just thought it was like so special. They were going to go out there together and have this adventure on their own. It was just like, they're grown up. They're like not kids anymore.
We didn't have any family there, so it was just us two. So that's where we got a lot of time to spend together. So we had a full year of just the two of us.
On the narrow road.
The proposal, that was a lot of stress. I really wanted to kind of end off Chicago with a bang, and thought it was time for us to kind of take that next step in our relationship.
It was about a week and a half before we were moving back. And it was a couple days before my birthday on the weekend, and he was telling me that he was taking me to Chicago for the last time before we moved.
I planned a day to park downtown Chicago. We drove in. I had a buddy of mine set up a red tablecloth on a table at the park with pillows, picture frames of us, some books she wanted to read. So I took her and walked through the park. She saw that. I told her it was for her birthday, trying to throw her off. I think she knew something was up on the day, though, because I was pretty anxious.
He told me it was a surprise for my birthday, and that he wanted to just take me to dinner, and he got me some presents. And then a character guy walked over to us, and he's like, oh, you guys are such a cute couple. He's like, what do you have going on here? Can I draw a picture of you? And I was completely thrown off because he told me it was for my birthday. I didn't have any idea that anything else was going on.
He finished the drawing, and so I went up and I took the drawing from him, kind of stood in front of her, looked at it first.
And then when he turned the picture around, it was a picture of us sitting there that day, and then it said, will you marry me? And then he got down on one knee and he proposed.
She started crying immediately, and she was very emotional. She was very happy. We were both happy. We were both very excited. As soon as we had a photographer there take pictures, and so right after that we called our family and our friends and kind of announced it to everyone. We were so excited. That was kind of our big finale in Chicago. Got engaged and then finally moved back home. looks so beautiful.
Oh, the miles, look how they go. Oh, the while we made a home. And I don't know if I could love you any more than what I'm feeling right now.
Meagan and Anthony, you have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, the symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word.
Look how it blew. All the heights we made it to. And I don't know if I'd have made it any sooner, getting there on my own. Love the
Today we stand here, a new special date to celebrate and my new favorite. I am so happy to be able to be called your wife from this day forward and for you to be my husband. I promise to love you unconditionally. I promise to support all your dreams. I promise to be a great wife and one day a great mother to our children. And I promise to always be by your side no matter what. I love you.
Forever. Forever is love. Forever is passion. Forever is light in the darkness. Forever is us. Although we never know what our future holds, I want you to know these promises will forever hold true. I promise to put you first, even before myself. I promise to be thankful and appreciate all that you do for us. I promise to not be on my phone so much when we watch Netflix shows. I promise to love you today. I promise to love you tomorrow. I promise to love you forever and a day.
Before, Meagan was really like secluded. She's one of those people that was afraid to talk to people and didn't really want confrontation and stuff like that. As she started to grow with Anthony, Anthony's very outgoing, and so she slowly became more outgoing, and she just got funnier, and jokes got better, and she just took so much from Anthony and just absorbed everything.
The reason I love her is she's herself, and she lets me be myself. She's never wanted me to be anyone that I wasn't, and I've never wanted to have anyone else but her.
your little brother, I've always looked up to you my whole life. The 23 years that I've been on this planet, I've looked up to you. You're my hero, my inspiration, my best friend. Every time I've needed somebody to talk to about work, anything really, you've always been there for me to listen, and I really appreciate that. I'm really happy for the two of you. So if everybody could just please raise your glass and give a toast to my brother and my sister.
Whenever you start to really get to that boiling point, think about today and think about those wedding vows. And the thing that my grandfather told me when we got married almost 25 years ago is never go to bed angry, because you just never know what might happen.
We say over and over and over, we'll do the things that we like when we're older. We're getting older, we're getting older every day.
All I wish for is for us to be happy together, and regardless of what house we live in or what city we live in, what kind of jobs we have, or what other circumstances come into life, as long as we can be together and be happy and enjoy the time that we spend together, is really all I could ask for. And everything else is just noise and distractions. But as long as I have her, that's really all I could want.
Cherish each other, make time for each other. We love you. We're so proud of both of you.
Come visit us once in a while.
And just don't lose that love. Just keep loving each other, keep working through it. Whatever problems, whatever you go through, you can get through it. It's not the end of the world. Just push through it and you'll be okay.
I hope for the best. I mean, they're going to be together forever. I know that my brother is a great man. I know Megan is a great woman. So I know that it's gonna be great.
Sun goes out, I won't mind. We're gonna run for cover under dark.
I just want to say, thank you to Megan. Thank you for sharing this day with me and believing in me when, times were tough and we didn't know what was going to happen. It's because of you that, we stayed together. So I want to thank you so much for spending this day with me and being my bride and, allowing me to be someone's husband.